The so-called audit of the 2020 election results that's happening in Arizona's Maricopa County, the one the top Republican called a grift disguised as an audit, now could be more than just a farce. And it's causing a security breach for future elections. That's the question. The Arizona Secretary of State is sounding the alarm bells over the security of the voting machines that were turned over to a private contractor in the state's audit of the 2020 election. Democrat Katie Hobbs is advising Maricopa County that they should replace millions of dollars worth of election machines. In a letter, Hobbs wrote that after the machines were handed over to the Senate and the Florida-based company Cyber Ninjas, it is unclear what, if any, procedures were in place or followed to ensure physical security and a proper chain of custody. She warns that the lack of physical security and transparency means we cannot be certain who assessed the voting equipment and what might have been done to them. She also pointed out that no election official or observer was allowed to remain with the machines while Cyber Ninjas and its subcontractors examined them.
Okay, so this is outrageous. I mean, this election audit in Arizona has come under intense scrutiny because it used a company that had a CEO that actually endorsed all these false claims that the election was stolen. And Willie, now that these machines have been placed into a conspiracy theorist's hand and a guy who is a grifter and has been a grifter, it would be irresponsible and reckless for Maricopa County to do anything else but get completely new machines. Like, this grift is going to cost them millions and millions of dollars for elections to come because they haven't had custody of these machines. They weren't allowed to stay within sight of these machines. So there's not a responsible election official, not a supervisor of elections that would say, oh, yeah, I'm going to let you take my machines that always stay locked up in my facilities. You just take them out and play with them and do your conspiracy theories and then bring them back to me. And then we'll just run 2022 like that never happened. No, it doesn't work that way. This is outrageous. There are other states that are now talking about following this conspiracy theory path. And somebody, it's not going to be Donald Trump, somebody in the Republican Party that actually gives a damn about American democracy needs to step up and tell them to stop these audits. And actually, Donald Trump's own cybersecurity official said this was the most secure election in American history. If nonsense like this continues between now and 2022, you can be guaranteed that 2022 will likely be the least secure in quite some time if we're allowing conspiracy theorists to get a hold of election machines without any officials being able to look and make sure they don't doctor them.
Yeah, let's underline what's going on here. 6.5 months after the votes were cast in Maricopa County in Arizona, you have this group called Cyber Ninjas, which, as you pointed out, has no experience whatsoever working in elections, is led by a pro-Trump guy who has spread conspiracy theories. These are the people, to remind our viewers, who with a straight face say they were looking for traces of bamboo in the ballots because they believe they were shipped in from China to be used in favor of Joe Biden. So they're looking very explicitly to overturn the results of the election and somehow flip the state back to Donald Trump. Again, 6.5 months after the election. Let's bring